Welcome back. For more on our top stories and others, please visit our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to show the eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. In the northwestern region of the country, the police in Kaduna State say they're making progress in the fight against crime across the state. The Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations, Joshua Kabila, who is visiting the state, told journalists that there's been a major breakthrough in crime fighting as he parades suspects arrested in the respected community and other villages within the Kafanchan district of Kaduna. The DIG says the operation was carried out under the Operation Harmony campaign.
It is not every day that a very senior officer of the rank of a Deputy Inspector General of Police is seen parading suspects at the state level.
Very operational. It's a locally made SMG Model 12.
It's usually the responsibility performed by the Commissioner of Police. But this is being taken up by the DIG because the men were arrested by the Special Forces, also known as Operation Harmony. Comprising of men of the EOD unit, Anti-Terrorism Squad, and Operation Yaki. He explains how the suspects were all rounded up.
Successes and achievements that we've met in these few days that we've been here are here for all to see. Therefore, positioning vehicles on the express and position vehicles in communities have led to the arrest of these personalities, each of them with their own crime.
The DIG says there is more to come, and he encourages his men to go after the criminals.
We have an intelligence response team that is very, very handy, that is right out here. We have also the Federal Intelligence Bureau, who also sniff for intelligence, and like I told you where we went, and like I told you that before we open our mouth to talk to you, we would have gone to see what exactly is there.
Even as the villagers who were attacked by the suspects lament their ordeal, the National Emergency Management Agency is making efforts to provide them interim relief.
You can see everybody is very, very sad. Yeah. Where we are as the headquarters of Goska district, over 90 houses were burnt. So far, about 20 people dead. The most worrying thing is that we cannot go to our farms.
Over 700 policemen from the unit have been deployed to southern Kaduna to ensure safety of life and property. The residents believe that if this kind of disposition from security agencies is sustained, the level of crime in southern Kaduna may just begin to drop.
In the southeastern region of the country, barely a week after the conduct of local government elections in Abia State, the newly elected chairmen and councillors have taken their oath of office. Governor Okezie Ikpeazu, who witnessed the swearing-in ceremony, urges the officials to use their offices to bring the dividends of democracy to the people. In the meantime, the APC in the state has rejected the outcome of the polls and called for fresh elections.
Local government chairmen and councillors taking the oath of office. For Governor Okezie Ikpeazu, the responsibility goes beyond mere oath-taking to actual performance in their line of duty. He wants the new officials to impact on the lives of the electorate.
Our aim and objective is first of all to deepen democracy, to take governance to the grassroots so that our people will begin to participate in the process and procedure for choosing their leaders in a democratic way, and also to make sure that democratic dividends get to the grassroots as quickly as possible. I therefore wish to recommend to the various local government chairmen to look inwards and identify those attributes that separate them from other people. If I were a local government chairman of Bende today, I will make sure that in 2017, all the rice that we consume not only in Abia, but indeed in the entire southeastern Nigeria will be produced in Bende.
Elsewhere, the All Progressives Congress insists it is unhappy with the conduct of the exercise and is demanding fresh polls.
Electoral materials, where some of them arrived, there were no result sheets. And in many areas, there was nothing. And in many areas, even the security agencies in these states conspired with the PDP, the ruling government in the state, to handle most of our candidates. Evidences abound. So, having observed the whole thing, having seen that there were no result sheets, and unfortunately for them to make matters much more childish and shameless, they announced that they have won 17 local government without figures, only for them to later start allocating figures. We have gone through them, and all we are calling for is that we are still waiting for the election. For us, there has not been an election.
These allegations the Nigeria Civil Defense Corps completely denies.
I say that we're peaceful, except for little skirmishes in Bende local government and Abachuku side, where there were some little disagreements and which have been settled. To me, I think it's 70% security provision, and the election not had any abnormal situation.
The ruling party is also denying irregularities in the conduct of the polls.
Part of this election and believes they lost it, gallantly. So we always to trade claims, trying to find excuses. So they are crying over a speed man.
In the meantime, the new local government officials will begin work, and the residents who elected them will no doubt be expectant of developmental projects and a turnaround in their conditions of living.
About 46 bags of machine compressed cannabis sativa have been intercepted by officers of the Western Marine Command of the Nigeria Customs Service along the Agbara-Badagry axis in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. Speaking with journalists on what he calls the highest single seizure made by the command and since its establishment, the controller, Mr. Yusuf Umar, explains that the seizure has been valued at 250 million naira.
A lineup of 46 jumbo bags of substances suspected to be cannabis recently seized by officers of the Western Marine Command of Customs. The event also coincides with the visit of the Assistant Comptroller of Customs Zone A, Charles Edike, and is straight to the business of the day. They unveil the content of the bags.
We have been networking, we have been gathering information from left and right, center, up and. So because of that, we are on waters, we are amphibians of the customs. We are always on waters 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days.
And for those intending to join illicit trade in the new year,
all the borders have been tightened. All the borders have been tightened. FOU is not resting. FOU Zone A, they are not resting. Or SEMA, Diroko, they are not resting. Oyo Osun, they are not resting. Ondo, Ekiti, they are not resting. Of course, Western Marine, they are also not resting. So do not attempt, because if you do, you are going to waste your resources. You will waste your resources.
I want to tell the Nigerian public who are engaged in this type of business. They call it business, I call it death. Why I say death is because most of them, they go to banks and square loans. Some sell their houses, their parents' houses, and they go into this business. Maybe 1-2 times they are successful. The fourth time, everything is gone.
In wrapping up, 7 officers were given recognition for their efforts. They almost drowned while escorting 2 large boats of impounded rice to the headquarters, but were rescued by a fisherman.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Coming up, the internally displaced persons camp in the northeastern region of the country and whether they're ready for closure. Stay with us.